Hello guys, hope you're doing good. This is TJ and you are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast, and this is my review of Smackdown, and this is the go home edition for WrestleMania Backlash, which is on May 17th for me, May 16th for United States. So before we get into the review, I would like to apologize if any is coming because here heavy rainfall is going on. So apologize to everyone if there is any disturbance. So let's get into the review. Going to this week's SmackDown, I was excited because this week's Raw as well was a pretty average to good show, I would say. We cannot say a good like very much, but pretty average could be the apt word. Uh, but because past weeks we have seen Raw was really pathetic, it was horrible. That was not the case somewhat this week. So I was actually expecting SmackDown to be good as well because SmackDown is not a B show now. SmackDown is one of the best show of WWE they are putting. So one of the main shows, one of the main best shows. So this week's SmackDown was pretty solid, I would say. Normal, solid show. Not many matches, but not bad matches as well. I would say that. So let's get into the show then. So we start off with right off with Jay Uso standing in the ring, and Jay Uso says that Jimmy had disrespected his cousin Roman Reigns and his family, and this week he says he leaves us no choice but handle some family business. And Jay Uso then invites Roman Reigns, and we saw last week's happenings, what all happened, promo of Reigns and all, picking up the victory by Cesaro, and and then we come to the live SmackDown. Usyk chant was in loud and in unison. And Reigns says he'll get into the brothers topic in a minute, but he says Cesaro wants to speak about Cesaro. He says Cesaro is one of the best wrestler and is a top tier plan and whatnot. And he asks Heyman that am I like Cesaro? And he says, no, I'm so much more than him. Reigns says, and actually, he's so much more than him. So can uh, can uh, can Cesaro replace me? Reigns asks Heyman. He says no. And then we saw Cesaro. How many reigns did he have for the championship? He asks to Heyman, and they're just mocking Cesaro. Then he asks how many reigns I have. He says 39, and he says, "Dang man, 39." I was like 39 man. In 5 years, he has got 39 reigns. That's fantastic. And he get to the topic then of Jimmy Uso, and not too much about Cesaro because he's not considering him as a worthy contender or something. He's kind of mocking, disrespecting him. It's not gonna be a tough task for him. He's supposing, but I think that he's gonna be very. They're gonna be putting a very good match, and something's gonna happen because such is the style of story they are going, the underdog style. So we have seen the underdog style before as well, but this is kind of very very over, and they are really pushing and really pushing to believe that fans that Cesaro would win. But let's get into the show then. Reigns says it is simple. He got to see how it works. Jimmy's music hits, and he comes out. His his shirt says actually nobody's bitch, and Jimmy says then he call only uh, tribal chief running his mouth and my brother standing up as his bitch, and he says you like my shirt, Oos? You like my shirt? He asks to Jay also. I got you one shirt as well. If you are ready to join me in the locker room, you can. And Jimmy says the best time to hop on to my team because he's not sure if Reigns gonna retain that championship at Sunday. So head of the table, see, he says that give him some respect. He's our cousin. He's our head of the table. Please, show respect to the family. He says so. He says I am all about family. And then Reigns get on to the mic, and Reigns says you're all about family. Then you all about me as well because everything he's done. Everything he says he's done for the family. Uh, he's done for the family and he's the head of the table. And Jimmy says no, that's not what I'm trying to tell. And what I said, you might be the part of the family, but you're not all of it. he says. So that was kind of good thing. You're not all of it, you're a part of it, and that's a correct thing. This is clearly going to kind of they are teasing and teasing that Jimmy Uso's face turn till now. Jimmy thinks that Reigns can't beat Cesaro. Reigns plays it that it means you can beat. Is that right? So he says, Reigns says, it means you can beat. You can fill my shoes as well, isn't Jimmy? And Jimmy says, no, together, me and Jay can. Jay also says, and Jimmy says, don't you? Jimmy says actually, and Jimmy says, then don't if we lose the Universal Championship and if we won the Tag Team Championship, we would be replacing as head of the table. And in this point, Reigns get angry and he says, he's obsessed with that head of the table. He says, I'm the head of the table. You cannot take that title off from me. Do you think you can fill my shoes? So you're not who I am. I am not who I am not like you as well. So and he reigns and says, "Hold up, man! You think you can do what I do?" So he laughs off. He was kind of disrespecting Jimmy Uso's comments. So you think you can be the man around here? Reigns says, do it then what I do. So Reigns says, show us you can beat Cesaro, defend that Universal Championship. And Heyman was actually kind of is this right? What Reigns is saying that we have already seen before Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns. Uh, and then we got to Jimmy calling Cesaro. He is accepting the challenge. His challenge for Cesaro. Jimmy says, "It's good, Reigns. Is it good? How I told Cesaro like how I challenge." So he says his expressions were fantastic. Reigns' expressions were fantastic. He was very angry. He's gonna beat Jimmy like that was the expression. And he says he's going to beat Reigns at Sunday as well. Cesaro says, and Cesaro comes out. He's going to beat Reigns at Sunday. He says, and that's it. This was a segment, and then we got to last week's women's tag team situation. Uh, all in all, what happened, and then that was the first match of the night. So about the segment of Reigns, it was pretty good. The pattern of the show, the layout of the show has been Roman Reigns, and it's all about Roman Reigns in SmackDown for many weeks now, and it's going pretty good actually. But I think that this week's had something not that good, I would say, since many weeks before, because now it's not that becoming interesting because they are just teasing and teasing and teasing that if Jimmy is gonna turn face or not. I don't think so. He's gonna turn face. So first match of the night, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Tamina and Natalia for the Women's Tag Team Championship. This match, I liked it very much. This match was very good. And they going to the match, Michael Cole said Bret Hart actually tweeted he wishes him their best to Bret for the championship match. And then we got to the match. Early on, Nia Jax controls Tamina, throws her to the corner, attacks Shayna. She tries to batter both. Tamina attacks Natalia, and then catapults Samoan drop by Nia Jax. Uh, Sorry, by Tamina and cover. No, Reginald distracts, but Reginald is then ejected by ref, so that's good. And then while Tamina is fighting out, and Nia Jax Samoan drop into the barricade, then again it's like last week back in the ring. Shayna kicks to the head, then cover. And back we see Nia is controlling and again Nia attacks Shayna again, and Tamina is still nursing her pain of that back, and Shayna attacks Nia, then picked up into a side slam and kicked to the head by Shayna as well. And Tamina actually tries to get into the ring, but Shayna tries to restrict the attack. Tamina picks her slam into Naya. Tamina actually slams her into Nia Jax. Shayna into Nia Jax. Hot tag by Natalia to Tamina goes to the top rope, but Shayna kicks out and tags to Nia. Nia on second rope. Tamina trying to get her out. Shayna tries to distract Tamina, but Natalia gives her nasty German suplex to the outside. That was good. Uh, Natalia back to help Tamina again to the top rope. Nia with a Samoan drop to Natalia, but that became a perfect setup for Nia with a Samoan drop to Natalia. That become a perfect setup for a splash for Tamina. She was as she was fall down to the perfect position. Tamina with a splash and gets gets it done. A new women's tag team championship, Tamina and Natalia. As much as I am speaking this, you should see this match because that emotions, that that psychology played out very well in this match, and I'm very happy that. Finally, we got to see new tag team champions because we have been seeing these Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler since long time. Maybe we get to see the breakup or something. I don't know. I don't think so that breakup will happen now. But good match nevertheless. This they told that babyface story very well, and I liked it. SmackDown don't put over some of good matches in their opening. So this was kind of a good match they had begun with. Then we saw Kayla interviewing Natalia and Tamina because they won the tag team championship. They had that long pyro for them as well. So that was pretty good, a pretty good moment for them as well. It's actually interesting to see what's next for them. So, but one thing I want to say that why are the hell they are not defending the tag team championship in pay-per-views? Uh, After one day they can surely defend that championship. So why the hell they are doing that in SmackDown? I don't know why the hell they are doing. But nevertheless, this was a maybe they would have done in pay-per-view. They would also be kind of getting that exposure as well in a pay-per-view. So, because there are many people who only watches pay-per-view or something. So that's why. So then we saw Apollo Crews waiting. Cesaro versus Jimmy Uso is confirmed for the tonight main event. And then we saw Heyman is walking to Reigns' room, but Kayla interrupts and wants him to say. He says he don't know if Jimmy Uso will defeat Cesaro, but he sure knows that Roman Reigns will retain the championship. And he will retain the championship. Heyman says he's confident. And Apollo Crews is back in the ring. And Commander Aziz is standing on a Nigerian colored print steel cage. And they are kind of having a Medal of Honor segment or something. It's still funny to see actually Apollo talking that in that Nigerian accent, isn't it? I'm still actually feeling that funny thing. And he says very special presentation it is, and he wants to give a token of appreciation for Commander Aziz for how much he had helped him to get that Intercontinental Championship and to retain that championship as well. He presents Commander Aziz with a Nigerian Medal of Honor, and Biggie comes down to the screen. He said he's gonna feel that power, and Biggie says that he's gonna take the championship. And then Sami Zayn is coming out, and he says it's good ceremony. He wants to reclaim that championship and tells to calm down because. They were kind of because he was the one who was kind of physically interrupted their movement. So Commander is trying to attack. So he says, "Man, calm down. I just want to challenge you for the Intercontinental Championship." Then we saw Kevin Owens coming. Kevin Owens comes out and attacks Zayn right away. But Apollo and Aziz actually attack Owens in the ring. They were standing, and Big E actually comes to help Owens. Then Aziz catches. He tries to hit the Nigerian nail, but he pulls him down from the ring over the top rope. Biggie attacked by Apollo. Then Owens goes for the kick to Apollo, but misses off, and Biggie gets it. Second kick actually he gets it. Zayn coming to attack Owens, but tries a hell of a kick, but a stunner from Owens. So some pretty good action here. Now Big E gives Owen a big ending, then and Apollo then comes out, but Big E tries to hit that big ending to Apollo, but he escapes. I hope it is a fatal four way. I was hoping this fatal four way to be confirmed for WrestleMania Backlash, isn't it? You're also be thinking like that. I was also thinking like that because why the hell they didn't confirm that? I don't know. They are confirming it for next week, so they are considering to hook up the viewers after the pay-per-view if, after the pay-per-view even though it's after 1 week. So I don't know, man. You should do in the pay-per-view. Like IC champion is not it had a lot of history. At one point it had also main evented, and all of, when the hell we will get Intercontinental Championship or United States Championship main event? I don't know. They are such a prestigious title, but then it's not going well. Even though Sheamus in Raw side we saw is kind of a dominant champion, but the challenges are not coming up that very good. Uh, I don't know. It's good, Humberto Curry and all coming up, but there's no threat. There are no threat for Sheamus actually. So coming to the topic then next, we saw last week tag team situation going on, that Rey Mysterio and Dirty Dogs, where Dominic actually steal the victory from Ziggler. And tonight we have that same match which we got cancelled last week. Rey Mysterio and Dominic comes out, and I was not into this match because this actually was a cancelled out match last week because of Dom, because of mocking Dom, and they had a Dom versus Ziggler match. So that's why. So I was not into the, but I actually was shocked, kind of surprised to seeing this match because as much as much as I like uh, Dirty Dogs as a tag team, but I think Rey and Dom is gonna win. I think maybe because they are really pushing uh, that father and son tag team. Uh, uh, will they win this tag team championship? I think so. They should win this tag team championship, and there are plans being laid out as well. We are there are there are many reports saying that they are gonna feud with then Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso for the tag team championship. So that would be great. That would be kind of like a family versus family feud. That would be good. And so coming into the match, we saw some standing switch, some control, back and forth action. Ziggler as controlling actually Rey Mysterio in the whole entire matchup. Most of this most of this match, Ziggler was controlling Rey Mysterio, and Ziggler then with the shoulder tackle controlling Mysterio. Ziggler says that you don't have what it takes, man. And I want to say one sentence about Ziggler. Ziggler is kind of a character or a kind of a wrestler who plays his character very well. He's good in his character. You cannot go wrong with this guy because he's actually like Miss, not in a promo I would say, but in wrestling style he's very enjoying to watch. He's very good to watch. He's a good to watch wrestler. And so coming to the match, we had seen against Goldberg. We had actually seen in the match against Goldberg after. Even it was bad, even he take the loss, but that doesn't buried him. That doesn't take the fact that he's not a good performer. Could he is a proven superstar? He's done it all. He's one-time WWE World Heavyweight Championship. So he has done it all. Actually, he's good. You cannot go wrong with it, guys. As I say it again. So coming to the match. Uh, Ziggler is controlling now. Mysterio tries to get back with the pace, and then before Ziggler was controlling, there was a backslide to the outside to Ziggler to the outside, and then we got the commercials, and then we saw Ziggler controlling now, and Mysterio tries to get back to the pace. Mysterio with a springboard splash attempt, but completely misses out. Ziggler with the inverted suplex and a face chest first. Ziggler controls misses with a chin. Mysterio with a chin lock and arm trap. So he was completely controlling this little guy. So there was a story going on that even though he's not a big guy, but that his strength advantage was there for Ziggler. So they told a good story in this match. He was majorly controlling this match, Ziggler. Mysterio escaped with the right hand to the left to the back, but he was punching out to the back when then Ziggler with the uppercut cover 1-2 no, and then we saw now Bowenaro hold on Mysterio wrenching him, but he gets to the bottom rope. Then Mysterio again tries with a boot and an elbow. Tilt-a-whirl DDT by Mysterio. Mysterio goes to the top rope, but then Ziggler right hand to the face. Ziggler going for the superplex. Mysterio target the left leg again by punching him, striking to the leg, and a headbutt then, and he falls down. And a senton, Mysterio senton kick to the face, cover kick out by Ziggler then, and Ziggler in position for that Ziggler is in the position to be hit by Mysterio. So 619, but Ziggler escapes and Ziggler with a famous. That was a good transition. That was a a good second, good thing. That was kind of a very great maneuver. The transition looks smooth, very smooth. So great counter. Ziggler looks for a super kick. Then Mysterio ducks off, and Mysterio with a kick to the knee, to the knee, and again in a position with a 619. But Ziggler hits a nasty super kick, but Mysterio shows that experience, got to the that ring awareness, got to the top rope. So there was a story in this match. This also was a story as well because Mysterio is more experienced than Ziggler, so that was playing this match. So even though you say that this match was kind of just to build that tag team championship, which is tomorrow, which is on Sunday, but I don't agree that because you need to show the story as well, and this had some nice storytelling. And Ziggler again goes for that body slam again. Rey Mysterio rolls up, but again going for the body slam, but Rey Mysterio this time rolls up and gets the win again, and second time in the row, last week as well. So second time in the row, Mysterio's got the win. Good match. I like the story of this match. Ziggler trying to much as control Mysterio, but Ziggler has his arrogance and has overconfidence going on that he's not holding up in this generation and all. And that story actually told well, and it was a good match. It was not a bad. This was not a bad match, and considering they are having a a tag team championship match, so that story was also there. So kind of a good it was a good match, and then after the post match we saw Robert Roode kind of coming to attack Ray, but Dom saves him. I think Ray and Dom is going to become the new tag team SmackDown tag team championship. I want to see that. uh, this is my opinion, but I really want to see them win the SmackDown tag team championship. They would be a very good babyface tag team championship. So then to we got to Megan Moore at the backstage interview were interviewing Cesaro. So Cesaro actually touched upon his WrestleMania Backlash match. Because he says it's his dream match. It's his first opportunity. He's confident to become that Universal Championship. And this Sunday, Cesaro's promo is good. He's improving. But his accent is the problem in his promo, and he's improving. As I said, he also needs to bring that more emotions as well. But he's he's getting the first main title opportunity, WWE Championship or Universal Championship. He has a first opportunity, so that emotion was kind of missing. So he needs to bring more more drama to the more emotions to the promo. So that's what my thought is. So next we saw Bianca Belair is in the ring. Bianca Belair is in the ring because she's gonna face Bailey for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then we got the segment. Kayla, she says congratulations to Ray and Dom. They are ready to make history. Ray says, "Here comes." Ray says Ray was saying something, but here comes Ziggler and Robert Root. They say you don't belong in this company, and Robert make fun of Dom, but Dom says you can say whatever you want, but this Sunday they're gonna call him Baby Champ. And then Road actually was yelling, "We are the champ, we are the champ." So before kind of a very okay segment before Bianca Belair's address. So Michael Cole is actually interviewing in the ring for Bianca, and he actually tells about the history of championship and all in the WrestleMania. Bailey comes to the screen. He started laughing. So his she's laughing is so hilarious. I mean, she's so good in this character. Very funny. I was actually remembering. They actually uh, uh, shows us the segment last week she was laughing like very funny, and I have high expectations for this match as well. It should be a good match, even though not kind of a very good story is going on like Sasha Banks. Even though Sasha Banks story was not, but really it would be a good wrestling match. Bailey versus Bianca. We have seen Bailey is very good in the ring, and we have seen Bianca as well. She's very good in the ring as well, as we have seen in WrestleMania. So they would have the match of the night. Uh, let's see. Again, she laughs off on the screen. Bianca says, "I'm gonna say that's gonna hurt your feelings. I don't know." Bailey laughs it off. "You can say whatever you want." She says, Bianca says, "You're mad because you have been thrown by Bellas at WrestleMania, and I was in the main event, and that's what pisses you." And Bailey's expression changes, and she's serious now. And she says, when she remembers actually the past run that that hugger that hugger gimmick. But she says this Sunday uh, she's gonna take it that fairy tale ending of your SmackDown Women's Championship could be a very good match. As I said, have some nice expectations for this match. So what do you guys think about this match? Tell me in the comment section below. I have some nice expectation for this match. Could be a good match, even though the story is not uh, very high or good, very good or something. But nevertheless, uh, it's better than Asuka versus Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. I will say that. I'm not that interested into the story, even though that would also be a very good match. But I don't. I'm more invested in Bianca Belair versus Bailey. SmackDown side of things are much better than Raw side. So that's what this show is better. So Bianca versus Bailey for WrestleMania Backlash then. So next we got King Corbin versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I was actually thinking, is this match out of nowhere just to fill time? But they actually tells the history, because I completely forgot last week's main event was a 10-man tag match where uh, King Corbin actually pinned Shinsuke Nakamura by hitting the end of days. So Nakamura has his own frustrations he wants to take out on King Corbin. So this before we get into the match, we are in the last 20 minutes of the show, and I was like, this could be a squash match, because maybe that Cesaro versus Jimmy Uso would be kind of a long match. So nevertheless, we get into the match. It was a easy to watch. Easy to watch match, as I said. So pretty normal stuff in the beginning. Shinsuke making his comeback by a karate kick and flurry of strikes, and by Shinsuke Nakamura forearms, and strong style background was being displayed by Nakamura. Nakamura transitions end of days into an armbar, good into a triangle choke, but he uses his Corbin actually uses his momentum to his own advantage by pinning his putting his mat and pinning and gets a count and gets the pin. Good strategy actually. Average matchup, but post match was fun, because we're gonna witness the return of King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. If you had seen New Japan Pro Wrestling, you would have known the that gimmick of Shinsuke Nakamura. Maybe we would see some great character changes or run. And after that post match, Nakamura actually attacks Corbin, even though so kind of not a face of Nakamura we have seen. So definitely not, because faces don't attack after they lose, because they actually lose actually very uh, pretty clearly. So this was actually just to fill the time. Corbin wins, but he throws Nakamura outside the ring. Poor Nakamura. I was thinking like in January he was kind of trying to get that push. I was hoping that he would be coming for that not WrestleMania, at least for that Elimination Chamber, but was not. I was like, man, they are, it's not going good for Nakamura. But they actually changed my thought, because he had she actually he attacks King Corbin, and they were teasing that he's turning heel like that. And Nakamura picks up a King of the Ring crown, and he picks up like a bulky thing, and he fits into his head, and he's really looking good in that uh, in that crown. And I hope to see that gimmick going forward for King Nakamura. At least he would be doing something uh, not rather than not doing anything. So he looked good in that King of the Ring crown. So maybe I was also thinking that that robe as well, that entrance and all would also be coming for King Nakamura. So pretty interested to see Nakamura now. What is in store for him. So I was comment on your thoughts. What's your thought on King Nakamura? His character changes, which is gonna take place in the weeks to come. So interesting. Then we go to the next segment. We got Adam Pearce and Sonia Deville are backstage, and Apollo and Aziz comes to them, and Apollo says he's furious and he's frustrated because their ceremony has been disrespected and all, and he says he wants consequences, and Sonia says, you better be guys, be careful, because I make all of them one face you at once as well. So Adam Pearce says, then that's a pretty good idea. So next week, why don't you make that match at WrestleMania Backlash? That's a pretty match of the night, maybe match of the night. We have also already have seen kind of this match, triple threat ladder match as well in the IC title match before. So why didn't you put that IC title? WWE is sometimes like very acting like very dumb. I I don't have any answers for them for answers for it. I mean, why what are they thinking? Why are they not letting IC title to be defended in that WrestleMania Backlash? Maybe they want to cut down the length of pay-per-views, because lately they are having that short pay-per-views after the beginning of the pandemic. So just to have that good show, maybe that's why. So Fatal Four Way match is next week, so that's the main thing that's coming for next week in SmackDown, and it's Zayn, Big E versus Apollo Crews versus Owens for the IC title, and Apollo's, as I said, is so funny in that accent still, and Adam Pearce says that don't undermine in front of the superstars. He says, huh? I was like, he was pretty okay when he said that. That's pretty good idea for Sonya Deville, and then he says that interesting, man, interesting. He's kind of changing his character now. Maybe a heel gym or something. Don't know. Just thinking out of air. Uh, so no IC championship for WrestleMania Backlash. Sad for that. So then we saw Nakamura is obsessed with that King of the Ring crown, and here is I thought that they really gonna get forward with that character, and they have teased it well, and they are surely going with that. Maybe a King versus King match or something, uh, or and as we get to see like the persona and that entrance music and all change over, or his costume and all change over. That would be great, and it would be maybe it would be good, could be a great time for Nakamura fans. I'm one of the Nakamura fan, so would be a great moment for Nakamura as well. uh, Interesting to see what's in store for Nakamura then. So Baron Corbin is a kind of uh, won the King of the Ring in 2019, I think so. So he's been pretty long as a King of the. He's doing nothing, just losing and winning. Nothing he's doing, or maybe I don't want him, Shinsuke Nakamura, winning just that title, King of the Ring. Maybe he should get at least he should get some championship opportunity, something that WWE should work that, but because there's no point just winning that King of the Ring or Andre the Giant battle royal or something, and you're not getting anything. So so that's what I'm interested. So pretty interesting stuff that they have spilled the beans for, to put the theories on. So good to see. So then we got Alistair Black's chapter 3, the lesson. His promo actually last week was not there. So he says last week actually was not there, as I seen that there was no time for to get that into the show, so that's why they skipped it. uh, I was kind of like, why are you skipping one of the best thing that's going on? You're just building this guy, and you are just not doing. But glad that he's back. And going into this promo, I am pretty not very enjoying. Two of the promos I enjoyed it. Third promo was kind of a same like a second one, as well. The chapter is kind of the same, but lots of stuff going on SmackDown, but they're just not showing us. So maybe we will see. No, maybe we don't see. I don't know. There are many plans. WWE just spill the beans, but uh, they don't come as a fruition, or don't come as a result. They just flops it. So maybe God, maybe not ruin this Aleister Black's character, and he's one of my favorite. He's one of the most underutilized talent. Uh, so like Jeff Hardy in Monday Night Raw. So, so in this chapter, he says, I would quote that. He says, the man is born wrathless, and he can discover value, he says, and not by love, not by affection. It can only be trial by it can be only be tried by fire, and it can either cleanse or consume you. And his father actually spoke about the qualities of life, and father taught him that the lesson, and he gets into the chapter 3, the lesson. And then get to see the narration, and the vignette is going on, and this is what my father taught, he says. I was having it finally I was having it finally, and it met me, he says, and I'm a cruel man because, and I was, I was out from, I was actually cut from cut from steel, while you are made from dirt, he says, like a we, the audience, because I was chosen, and he's the greatest, and I chose them. You chose mediocrity, he chose the greatness, and we choose the mediocrity. So clearly, he's a heel. That's for sure by seeing these three promos. So, what I understand, he says. Uh, and he says, "Take a seat and watch what happened in a stand by fight through it or fight through it. I could help you, but I will not help you. I couldn't teach you because this lesson, but I won't tell you because you're not a participant. You're just a spectator." So I would say not a very good promo, just to have that just to have that moment to include him. That's why they pretty previous two promos were very great. First promo was very good, and second promo was also very good. Not at the level of that. Not many things they are they are kind of trying to put us to theory on. So actually, I want to see something happen, something progression to this Alistair Black thing. If they are just building out, just telling the story and promo, he better cut that promo in the ring as well. That would be a better change. Maybe something interesting. I don't know, but they should do something interesting with him sooner or rather than later, after the WrestleMania Backlash or at the end of this month. Uh, yeah. So but seeing this, I don't think so. He's gonna going for any championship or something. Maybe he's gonna target like Alexa Bliss is gonna target someone uh, by the by the Lily. So that's kind of a storyline of Aleister Black as well. So maybe he would be getting some force before he jumps onto some championship title picture. So as my thought is, if they are gonna do this promo over and over, like every week, I am not that interested. Fans will not take him seriously from then. I hope so. He returns to ring next month or in this month, and then we got main event time. And before the main event, we got to see the rundown of WrestleMania Backlash card. So here it is: Roman Reigns versus Cesaro for the Universal Championship match, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship match, Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Dirty Dogs versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. So two titles are not there: the US Championship, which is pretty sad, and the Intercontinental Championship, which can be confirmed in the uh, yeah. It should have been confirmed into the WrestleMania Backlash, but man, they didn't confirm. So we get to the main event then. Uh, the main event actually started with normal entrances of Cesaro and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso, when we compare them both, Jimmy Uso is not in the best shape. As we compare them, you can really notice the difference if you see them. Jey Uso is very ripped, and he is he's working out very well. Like in a physical point of view, I'm saying Jimmy Uso just is just the same old like look. Uh, he's not he's pretty lost that weight, and yeah. Then Jey Uso, and Jey Uso is pretty ripped. He's looking very pretty ripped, and Jimmy Uso is not like that. This is my small thought going into the match. So start of the match, some controlling back and forth action. Later into the match, this was the point where we saw Jimmy Uso like giving up. He kind of acts, and he was limping. He was acting like limping, and Cesaro was like thought it was real. He was concerned, but Cesaro gets the kick by Uso. Samoan drop, chin lock by Uso. Then Cesaro powered up suplex. And so this was a back and forth match, but nothing was going into this match. As I said, so Enziguri by Uso. Then Cesaro went for shoulder first to the post and clothesline to the outside. Then Jimmy Uso with a suicide dive to Cesaro, flurry of uppercut by Cesaro. Then he makes the cover, but no. Second rope uppercut tried, but Uso with super kick, cover, but kick out. Then Uso goes to the top rope, uppercut by Cesaro. Both are in the top rope. Then superplex by Cesaro, very good superplex, and cover. Then no. Uso kicks out. Uso gets to the outside. Cesaro on the apron, but can and then very good, very beautiful cannonball by Cesaro. Cesaro is just a big guy, and he's trying so many innovative maneuvers. He's such a great to watch. He's gonna be having a very good match, and Cesaro would get that moment, and should be a good match for Cesaro. Uh, We got to the match, running uppercut near the barricade by Cesaro near the barricade, get into the ring, then but Reigns hits into the back, and that's a DQ. Rammed into the ring, post to the announce deck by Reigns, and Jimmy asks, "What you're doing, Moose? You're not supposed to be here." And also says, I had him actually. I had him. You interfered." So Reigns was kind of actually getting him to the back to like stopping him, and Jimmy also actually gets out, and Jimmy actually backs down, and he's just going away. But Reigns actually was going for towards him, and Jimmy also says, "Did anyone care? Did any Jimmy also Reigns actually says, did anyone care about what if you beat Cesaro? He's not on our level. We have bigger things to do." Reigns says. Reigns demands him. Demands him some answer. Reigns says, It's not about like that, man. It's not about that. It's for big matches." Reigns says. "No, it's not all about you. It's not all about you. It's all about we as well," as he says. But then, meanwhile, Cesaro started attacking them. Jey Uso, while Reigns and Jimmy Uso were on the ramp, and I think that at this point they were gonna have a reunion or type of something, because his brother is getting attacked. So Reigns with a Superman punch to to Cesaro, and helped Jay in the process. And Reigns asked to help him without standing there. And he was kind of reluctant. He was just standing still. Cesaro with the uppercut, then from to Cesaro, multiple uppercuts, looking for the neutralizer. But Jey Uso helps. Jey Uso helps, and he trade blows. And Jey Uso tells as well to come to the ring, help me. And Jey actually comes to the Jimmy also actually comes to the climbs to the apron, but Cesaro with an uppercut to Jay, and then Jimmy climbs up to the apron, as I said. But he hits a super kick. He was going to do so. Cesar actually thought he was going to attack, so he hits a kick. Jimmy also hits a kick, and Reigns escapes at this point. And this is the point where we again saw that how much of selfish Reigns is, because Cesar again have that neutralizer on Jey. So and he says, "Do something, do something now." And he again hits a neutralizer. Uh, J- uh, Jey Uso was kind of laying there, because he was being attacked by Cesaro. So after that, clothesline, he was laying down, so he was unable to attack. But Reigns was actually can say, saved him, but he didn't. He was. This is the point. This is the point where they would be speaking next week or something. You would be pointing out. You just. You're just there for you're just for you you're just for you you're just using us. So maybe they're just teasing Jimmy, and Jey also turn on him, or Jimmy turn on Reigns. But I don't think so. They are gonna sooner or later they are gonna I think I know where this in my opinion, I know where this story is going. So the story is gonna go that, like, as we know, Jay needs Jimmy, right? And Jimmy actually also wants Jay, but he actually wants him for to go for the tag team championship. But Jay wants Jimmy, so Jimmy loves Jay, and Jay loves Jimmy, and that's gonna make up this team more strong. Because for the sake of his brother, for the sake of for his family brother, so he is gonna, not for the cousin, but he's gonna join the team reluctantly. I think that's gonna happen. They're just teasing. They're just making interesting. More teasing is not good for any show or anything. Multiple tangling of ropes is not good. So that's what this show was. From 2 weeks they are just they're doing that thing only. Last week was also that thing. This week also as well. It was they just actually wants to get it over the with the WrestleMania Backlash, and then they will get to the next part. So that's why they want to just hook up, and they want just fans to think over what would happen, uh, like hyping up. So in my opinion, they're gonna have that three of them join the bloodline going forward. Jimmy Uso is gonna join forcefully, like for his brother Jey Uso, reluctantly. So overall thoughts, I thought this was a easy show to watch. some good matches. Opening match was good. Some good moment for tag team championship, and Ray versus Dom was also good. Shinsuke Nakamura, Baron Corbin, even though the match was just there just to fill time, but the post match thing, that character shift for Shinsuke Nakamura is pretty interesting to see how it will be going. Uh, that's also a great addition to the storyline for Nakamura. So I would say they actually had a pretty safe show. They didn't cram it all and all. IC Championship picture. They should have confirmed that match for WrestleMania Backlash because US Championship is not there. So at least they should have IC Championship, that mid camp championship. So it's not there. So it's next week. So so I liked it. They finally ended that story of Babyface trying to win that women's tag team championship. So Natalia and Tamina won that. Maybe we will see Natalia and Tamina hold to that title for some months. And the case of King Nakamura is the most interesting, I think, in the show, and that have still the beings to think about. And that great to see him back with that GPW gimmick. Maybe we will see King versus King match. And then maybe a small run like or a big run like Booker T, like an acting like Booker T run, coming out wearing a robe. Uh, that would be great to see his character change. Nakamura is not a pure babyface now, as I guess, because he actually attacked Baron Corbin. Uh, so even though he had lost the match, so that would be pretty interesting stuff. And Mysterio and Ziggler, that was also a very good match. Later, better than last week's Dom match actually. A good story, fun to watch match was there. The main event was actually average main event, just to build up to the main event of WrestleMania, the Reigns versus Cesaro. Going into this match, Reigns versus Cesaro, or WWE Championship, which the match that I'm most excited? I would say the most predictable one is Reigns versus Cesaro. I'm not gonna think like that Cesaro is gonna win that Universal Championship. I'm not saying that he's not worthy or something, but the booking or the believability, it's not at that very level. And for the heel level like Reigns is, I don't think uh, he's gonna put over or loss to the loss to Cesaro for Universal Championship. Uh, if he would win, maybe we would see some triple threat match scenario going on: Cesaro, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. That's for sure. So that's the thing. But actually, I think that by seeing some by reading some stuff, as I seen that Reigns will retain the championship here, and then he will go for Seth Rollins, and maybe Reigns versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. They have actually uh, teased it last week. Uh, and Cesaro Rollins is not was not in the show. He was kind of trying to make changes to his character, babyface character. So so I think that that's gonna happen. Pretty average show, as I said. Closing match should have match matter for me. So it was not very good as a main event. So that was not good for a main event, I would say, than last week or previous weeks. So I will give a 6 out of 10 for the show. Normally I don't give ratings because that doesn't actually justify any show, but as I was writing, this was a pretty average to good show, solid show, I would say, because the matches were good, uh, average to solid, normal show. Uh, but match itself, Cesaro versus Reigns would have been better. That's it. So this is my review of SmackDown. So much bragging about. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I would see you guys in my. I was actually be doing the WrestleMania Backlash predictions in some few hours. In some few hours, I will be uploading that. So be sure to catch up that predictions as well. And man, comment down your thoughts as well. What's your thought on the WrestleMania Backlash card? So this card actually looks good, man, and this should be a good pay-per-view, I think. So, anyways, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, be safe, be energetic, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.